This week's episode of Three Loud Women is sponsored by Valdespino and Associates, family law attorneys serving Miami-Dade County.
Hello. Hi, and welcome to Three Loud Women. We are filming here today at the wonderful Il Mercado on Hallandale Beach, and I am Allison Thompson, also known as Therapy Head. I am a psychotherapist who believes that therapy actually can be fun, and I'm bringing my 20 years of experience to the table.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Goldberg-Glazer. I'm the Florida Keys girl. I'm obsessed with all things food, wine, and travel related, and I'm bringing these passions to Three Loud Women.
And I am Tiana McDonald, also known as the InStyle Diva, and I'm here to spread the good, the bad, and the ugly on all things motherhood, fashion, and business.
We are big dreamers with big ideas and big mouths.
Huge. We dispense wisdom about all things food, wine, style, social media, therapy, and wellness.
And we're here to share all of those personal experiences with you.
Okay, so you want to tell them what we're talking about today?
Sure. Today's topic is life after divorce. How can you have a life after divorce? Allison will have the floor. She will be helping us through this, and I will be the ref, keeping us all in line.
Well,
Perfect.
thank you. One of the most common things that I hear about divorce, especially whether it's friends, whether it's clients, they ask me, look, am I ever going to feel normal? Am I ever going to feel okay again? And the truth is that the answer to that is typically the timeline is about a year after your divorce, you pretty much feel normal. And if you don't, you really probably need to see someone, whether it's a therapist, whether it's reconnecting with your lawyer and so forth. If things aren't clicking back into place and you're not feeling better and at least stable after a year, it's time to get some help. But what I can say that people don't realize about divorce, because it's so common. I mean, 1 out of every 2 people gets divorced, and when you marry a second time, the statistics even go up. But here's what people don't realize.
I'm a little scared that one of us is going to get divorced.
Look, Carl and Ari, they're fabulous. And my second
Look
husband,
at you, you're like, Carl and Ari.
they're fine, they're good. They'll call me if
Carl
they
and
need
Ari
me.
have a lovely relationship.
Those are their husbands. And I am remarried, for a second time. I was divorced for 9 years. So, there is, in fact, life after divorce. But what people fail to understand is that divorce is an extremely traumatic experience. It's the second leading psychological stressor that a person can have, second to the death of a loved one.
I was going to say, it's like death moving.
Yes,
yeah.
well, that's what it is. It's the death of a loved one and then divorce, but because it's so common, people really don't realize it. So I have a number of topics that we can talk about. Again, huge subjects. So you guys need to tell me if you want to talk about kids and divorce, dating and divorce, work, family,
I just want to
friends.
talk about skids because it's fun to say.
Okay, well, skids. Skids are what I call skids are the step kids. And you could meet
just fun
someone
to
and
say.
fall madly in love with them, and
There's
they may
baggage.
come with the skids, or bonus children, as I like to call them. And
That's a nice way to phrase it.
Yeah, I mean, they are. You know what I'm saying? It's all, if you fall in love with someone and you're really going to make it work, you can absolutely make it happen. And laugh with your skids and have a good time with them. They're not your children. I don't think you should have the expectation that you're going to love them like your child. So I mean, that's really
That's
really
a good
But you
point.
still need to parent them
Yeah.
if they're living in your house.
But parent them according to their parents' rules, right?
That's something that really has to be laid out and talked
Right.
about with your current spouse and or their ex-spouse. to
Like,
see
how far
they
can we
feel.
go
Set the
here?
expectations.
Exactly. I mean, some parents are okay with the step-parent signing the kid's agenda. For instance,
slapping them.
Right, well, yes, we're not
See?
going to talk. We're not
I'm
talking
just
about
saying.
discipline.
I'm just saying.
I don't slap my skids
I
or
know.
my kids. So
But
you know what I'm
some
saying?
parents do.
But
whole
there
different
are
thing.
parents that are not okay, because I work with a lot of divorced parents, and they're not okay with the step parent signing off on homework and so forth. And that's something that it's really the responsibility of the new step parent to say, hey, is this okay? I don't want to offend, your ex-spouse.
Right.
It's really important to respect the boundaries
But
of the
don't
ex-spouse.
you think it's the responsibility of the parent who's entering the relationship to say, look, these are the
guidelines.
things we need to work out?
Absolutely. I think you have to talk about all of these things. The benefit of being in a second marriage is that you kind of learned where you screwed up the first time. Hopefully, you learned where you screwed up, because everybody does. And you take your new skills into the new marriage with you. So yes, all of those things, all of the deals need to be talked about, how to deal with things. And if you ever don't know something, ask. So what about friends, you guys? Do you have any friends that have divorced?
I have.
Yeah, we have a few.
Did you pick a team?
And how does that work?
It's hard.
for you?
Sometimes
Did
you gotta pick a team.
You have
Sometimes.
to. I don't care. Geographically speaking, if the friend moved away to Idaho, then you're safe, right?
Well, sometimes
because
it's
then by
easy to pick a
default
team.
you would pick the one here.
Right. Like your friend from college gets married, you go to the wedding, there's a blizzard, they get divorced. I'm just saying it happens. I think it was the weather. And they get divorced, and then it's clear who you're keeping because you're keeping your friend.
Right.
Right? Who was your friend to begin with.
Exactly.
But, you know, if you meet the people together,
Yeah, that's a little
it gets
trickier.
a little
That's a little
trickier.
trickier.
Well, I
Right.
kept my friends. I brought my friends into the marriage, and I
You
took
took
them
them
after
out.
the
Well,
marriage.
that's good.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? I was keeping them. They were like, you know, like my personal property.
That's
They weren't
good.
going to the other
We're gonna
side.
wrap it
But
up.
yeah, we need to wrap it up. It's a huge subject, but we can do a part 2 and talk about, you know, keeping the fighting down for your kids and dating and work and volunteering and
And
all
how
of
you
those
choose
types of
sides.
things. And I would like to say that today's episode is sponsored by Val Despino and Associates, Rand Lieber, family attorney serving Broward and Dade County.
Let us know what you think about your skids or life after divorce on our Facebook page. Find us at 3 Loud Women and follow us on Twitter at 3 Loud Women. And don't forget to check out our YouTube page. Some great stuff out there.
If you have a product that you'd like to see featured on our show, please let us know. You can find us at 3loudwomen.com or on Twitter at 3loudwomen.
Thanks for joining us today.
See ya!
I think it's so interesting.